Hi, I am Victoria.
And I'm Kimberly.
And we're here to talk to you about stress management today. We are trying out all of the different stress management resources that we have here on campus. Both of us experience a high volume of stress, right?
Yes, definitely. If we don't manage our stress properly, it can have severe health consequences. So we want to make sure that we're doing the right things to manage our stress properly.
Remember, there are always two types of stress. You have your positive and your negative stress.
Right.
So positive stress is when you feel maybe a little nervous before you speak or before a test, or sometimes when you feel more challenged.
Right.
And negative stress is when you are obsessive over how you're feeling.
Bad ways that we manage our stress is, by doing alcohol or drugs, or we sleep and we sleep too much, or we get aggressive and our behaviors change and we do negative things. So those are some bad ways that we manage our stress, but they're unhealthy ways to manage our stress. So what are your symptoms of stress?
I get overwhelmed and emotional, definitely.
Right.
I definitely feel defeated. I can sometimes get myself sick. I just make myself physically ill from how stressed I am.
Me too. For me, some of my triggers or my symptoms rather, take on, disease-like symptoms.
Wow.
So when I get myself calm, it's not anything, it's just stress-induced symptoms. I also get pains in my neck and my back, and I get really severe headaches when I get stressed out. Some of my triggers are, maybe the financial situation, study or prepare for schoolwork, and I didn't prioritize or manage my time properly.
I get very stressed with change, actually. If there's a big change in my life, I'll pretend like I can take care of it, and then it just hits me subconsciously in the back of my mind.
We need to identify what our triggers are. We need to set our goals. We need to figure out what exactly is happening, and then we need to find ways to relax.
Here in the Healthy Living office, where we are right now, we offer aromatherapy vials, and they're unique blends that we make ourselves here. Stress and sleep, energy, any sort of issue that you might be feeling or dealing with, you can just put them on the palm of your wrist and you can sniff them throughout the day, free for students as well. But that sensory experience of smelling something that's calming is definitely effective.
Sometimes I have issues sleeping, and we have a sleep blend. I sprinkle some on a pillow or in my sheets.
So I tried out our free 10-minute massage and Reiki session. If you don't know what Reiki is, it's when your chakras are red and you're told if they are open or closed. And depending on which chakra is being affected, you basically get a better idea of why you might feel stressed and off and balanced. So I got my massage first, which was amazing. We have the best massage therapists here. They really understand stressful shoulders, bodies that are just in stress, because they work with students all day. So essentially they know where all of the stress points are in the body and really how to take care of those. And 10 minutes is all you need. And then we went and did the Reiki session, where you'll see here she begins by clearing the air with a song bowl. That's a common strategy or technique that's used in these sort of energy therapies, where they want to clear the air of any of bad energy, just sort of start off fresh. And then she went ahead and read my chakras one by one. So my throat chakra was actually closed, which means that there's something that I'm not communicating thoroughly in my life and that it's bothering me, which is very true, and I never really thought about that until I had that self-reflective moment. And it helps to identify your stress triggers, definitely.
That's very cool.
So you had your auricular and acutonic session.
I know. I had no idea what any of that stuff was.
So I'm going to start with the high forks. The high forks are used off the body.
Okay.
And they just sort of help clear. They just get the stuff off of your electromagnetic field.
That's so good.
And then to clear your mind, this is a nice point to end with. Acupuncture, this is a model of an ear. Good at stress reduction.
Okay.
Just really helps to reduce stress. It's called Shinmin.
Okay.
And I don't use needles for that. I'm going to use these magnetic metal balls, which are, it's a little bitty ball on a piece of tape. Not very high tech, but it does the job.
In my neck and my shoulders. And so that's the points, or those were the points that she sort of worked on. It felt good. You know, the room sort of had this ambiance, which is very important when you need to relax. So it was dimly lit, you know, there was just minimal and soft lighting, and there was all this nice feel-good music and stuff.
One final resource that the Healthy Living program has to offer you are one-on-one health consultations with a health educator. You have some that include stress, sleep, sex, tobacco, and other concerns that you may have health-wise in your life. The health educators here are definitely available to help you pinpoint your stress and figure out how to manage it, help you plan your time and manage your time better, and in general, just sort of help you live a more stress-free life. Other than the Healthy Living program, you have a couple of other health resources on campus that include CAPS, which is Counseling and Psychological Services.
It is whether the stress is getting in the way of what we call social or academic functioning. We have individual therapy. We also have different types of groups. We have a social anxiety group, which we call Defy Your Fears. We also have a group called Finding Balance Group, and essentially it's a group where we teach basic mindfulness skills. Simply put it, mindfulness is about learning to pay attention to the present moment on purpose in a non-judgmental way.
If you're not there to see a counselor or a therapist, you have other services available for you there, including something called Heart Math, which is pretty much this breathing app that helps you to control your breath. So I'm going to do Heart Math right now, and you basically rent out one of these sensors in an iPad, and you're going to follow the instructions on the app. The sensor picks up on my heart rate, the face that matches my mood. I'm mildly stressed right now, but not that much. It's calibrating my heart rate right now. So as you can see, I spent about 3 minutes and a half, about 3 minutes 30 seconds, just working on my breathing and coherence. Very calming. You put things into perspective a little bit more when you're focusing on your breath, on your heartbeat, and it lets you get out of your own head for a bit. That's a common symptom of stress as well. When you're stressed, you don't have a regular breathing pattern. You tend to hold and contract your breath, or you breathe very quickly. You don't necessarily have that control over your breath, which is essential to feeling more relaxed.
So we decided to do yoga, and I've had experiences in doing yoga before. I've taken classes and that sort of thing, but I've sort of fallen off the wagon big time.
As part of the health resources we have here on campus, you also have access to the gym, as you may know, but there's some classes that focus on a lot of more like mild exercise that is really recommended for stress management, just getting the blood moving, especially something like yoga that focuses on getting the blood moving in the opposite direction, sort of increasing that circulation. So today, Kim and I are gonna go try Hatha Yoga on the MMC campus. It's a good break from everything that you're doing. For the first 10 minutes of our yoga class, we focused on breathing, and that was a very interesting experience. He focused on this sort of breathing where you isolate your breath through your nostrils, and it made me think of just being able to control my breath again when I'm stressed, and maybe revisiting that breathing technique.
You know, one of the things that our instructor was saying is like, get rid of that stale breath, get rid of that stale breath. And I'm like, you know, thinking about it like that is kind of, you know, it kind of helps, because you need to, you know, sort of get rid of stuff when you're stressed. I just like the fact that we had the opportunity to be in tune with our bodies, and just to get ourselves in sync with our bodies was kind of cool. Don't feel intimidated by what you can or can't do. And another thing that we need to do when we're going through stress is positive affirmations. Tell yourself that you can and you're able to, and make small goals while you're working through some of these things.
So I don't know about you, but I felt pretty good after everything that we did.
Yes,
it was a full 2 days of just de-stressing.
And one thing is that Healthy Living has a nice tea station.
We have our tea.
So I have been, working on drinking teas at certain points in the day. I like chamomile is wonderful for getting you relaxed. So when I'm about to get work done and I know it's gonna be stressful, have my cup of chamomile that's sort of keeping me calm.
I hope that this De-Stress 101 course helped you all out. Kim and I sure had a great time showing you all the different resources and definitely take advantage of all your resources here on campus for de-stressing.
You should. And remember to identify those triggers as well and set small goals. And remember that there are all of these really easy methods that we can take to manage that stress. All right?